great United States, and Gilles Muller from about the smallest country in all of the world, Luxembourg. They have had a Tour de France winner in the past. They've also had a karate gold medalist at the Olympics. But outside of that, this man is by far the biggest and best known athlete from Luxembourg, country of less than 500,000 people.
Tom Anne Kramer, also a women's player from Luxembourg, the top 100.
And you heard a little addition there from Brad.
Definitely finding his range a bit more. Muller in the second set. There's a big forehand there. See, he can hurt you off both wings.
Gilles Muller is at the same academy as Andy Murray, the Scot, who made such a huge splash at Wimbledon this year in Spain. Murray is working with Mark Petchey now, who's a British coach.
Muller not sure about that service call. Long.
This one just.
Yeah. Maybe he's questioning the return. Muller and Chris in the chair.
Yes, sir. No, this one was good. Your serve was good, yes.
Okay, now we got that clear.
Sloan doesn't mess around. You know.
Serve is good, return was wide.
Game point Agassi when all is said and done. Second serve. They have to play this very strange game against Srishapan to lose his serve in the second set, Patrick, and then sort of lost it momentarily.
Well, he lost his concentration a bit. I think he said if I'm not playing too many matches, but I don't think that's going to happen today. Especially in the final. You obviously has that ability to focus in. It's a championship match, and this is his first final this year, so can't see him losing.
Sunday Night Baseball tonight on ESPN at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 out here on the West Coast, Chicago and Baltimore. White Sox and
White
Orioles
Sox are on fire. Good in Baltimore. No big moves from anyone in Major League Baseball. Trading deadline comes and goes with the win. Oh, yes.
So we get into baseball season when we end up in Cincinnati. You know, they're always
That's right. They don't want to talk too much about it over there. See, that's where Agassi can struggle on getting out of the hole and having to change direction quickly.
15 love, 2-2.
It's very good news for Agassi the way that the hip is responding this week. We've watched him carefully, and in those type of moves, those positions where he's out wide and quickly back, having to change direction, and it's It's worked well for him this week. As you see his wife, Steffi Graf, there looking on.
It's going to go long. Let's tell that hip story about that he was playing the first Roland Garros first match, and he had to take a break after that. He hobbled off the court to rest his sciatic nerve. He took a cortisone shot immediately after Roland Garros. Took a little while to kick in. The second one he's had.
Happened earlier this year. For the last year and a half. Finally figured out that it was a nerve problem in his back. There's a doctor here in Los Angeles that has been taking care of it.
So he picked up a racket only twice during the layoff. That's a really good shot there from the Luxembourgian. And he stays in front. 3-2. Agassi will serve when we come back to this championship match, Mercedes-Benz Cup. He's about to serve Gilbert at courtside. This veteran under Agassi keeps on ticking, Brad. What's his secret?
At this point. Jerry Rice is over 40 and he's going over the middle. Roger Clemens is still throwing the heat at over 40, and John Stockton could play the point for Utah at over 40. I should be able to play tennis till I'm 40.
He also had an issue with Lance Armstrong, didn't he? I mean, he's a big fan of his also.
He's a youngster at only 33.
Yeah, he's just a babe. I think to me, those are all great points, but to me it's even tougher to do it in tennis because you're out there on your own, and there's no timeouts. You can't get substitute. Maybe John Stockton, I mean, maybe not him, but you could play 30 minutes instead of 40 minutes, and you can make some adjustments.
Yeah,
you can't do that in tennis, not at all.
Guy that kind of had a similar style, played till he was 39 and played darn well, was Jimmy Connors. So if Jimmy Connors can do it till 39, I don't see why Andre can't.
How old do you think Ken Rosewall was when he played the final of Wimbledon and the U.S. Open, losing to Jimmy Connors?
39 years old, buddy.
Here we go.
It brings up, to me, it ties in with the point you made in the last game, Cliff, about Andre, that he didn't hit that many balls when he was injured. He was doing a lot of fitness work, but he's such a great striker of the ball that he doesn't need to actually play that much. And the footwork is so good in the same way that Jimmy Connors had that. And we practice about an hour and 15 minutes with Agassi, or Connors for that matter. That's about 3 hours with anybody else. The intensity of his practice, every point.
3 apiece here in the second. We're going to look at some of the ATP history. All-time leaders of the Open era start with Connors, 109, Lendl. I wish they go further back to the Open era and these things, but we didn't have stats and we didn't have computers in those days. But there was your brother, Pete, Gorg, Vilas. Agassi's closing in on those guys. How does that, what you were saying just before we showed you that graphic, jive with the fact, Patrick, that he is so precise about the balls that he plays with and the racket tension? For example, he really didn't like the ball, didn't like the court. It turned out to be a little too slow for him. But what it tells you is that his attention to detail
is very good, and that's been part of his success. You know, the tinkering with the rackets. He's always tinkering with the string, with the tension, trying to maximize what he has. He leaves nothing to chance. And that certainly, as you know, Brad, wasn't always the case with him. I mean, when he first came out, he just, you know, took rackets out of his bag, whatever tension it was. That all changed, didn't it?
He's a stickler of detail, but boys are raised their level here. There's some shots going on right now. And Muller has an unbelievable shot on the first point, and Andre says, I can do it too. That was stuck.
30-15.
Level of play is picked up in this second set. Pounding down his 8th ace. I should say Muller. Luxembourgian pronunciation.
The Luxembourgian holds in a 4-3 on serve in the second. No breaks in the second. In fact, only one break in the match. Here against his rival Pete Sampras, 6-4 first set, and he won it 6-4-2. Took him out pretty handily. In fact, he's won this thing 3 times in all. He also won it in '98, and then again in 2002. He repeated in the championship match. Here
taking on another American, Jan Michael Gamble, and Agassi just all over Gamble in this one, and winning this title for the 3rd time, and a couple of games away from winning it for the 4th, but winning the first point here in the 8th game. 15-love. He's hit the spots well. 6 aces for Agassi. Box that Andre likes a lot. Aztec 100 won the Masters Series events. He won that 6 times. Legg Mason, that's in D.C. We'll be there next weekend for that event. Andre's scheduled to be there as well. The Australian, that's the major. He's had his most success winning that 4 times.
You know, as you go through those history great champions and their records, it is just remarkable that there are only 5 players in tennis history, not just the Open era, that's in all of tennis history, that have won all 4 slams. And Andre Agassi is one of them. It's a unique, special achievement.
Is Rod Federer going to get there, Cliff?
Yes.
That's great.
Is Roger Federer going to win all 4, Brad?
Well, Rafael Nadal is going to have a say in about the next 5 to 10 Frenches. I think he's got a good chance, but I think Rafael Nadal is going to be winning bunches of Frenches.
That's not what I asked you, Brad. I asked you if Roger Federer is going to win the French one of these days.
42% chance.
Pretty precise. You see it 4 apiece in the second set. Gilles Muller serving 15-love.
I'm not sure how many a bunch is going to be for Nadal as far as the French, but he's won a bunch of tournaments this year, all on clay, by the way, 8. Roger Federer also has won 8 events this year on a multitude of surfaces.
That goes wide, and Muller holds, so Muller's got the lead 5-4. So we're closing in on the latter stages of the set. Stay tuned, everybody. First set, rather, and now 5-4. Gilles Muller leading in the second. You can track your favorite players in the U.S. Open Series throughout the summer as they compete for double prize money at the U.S. Open. That depends on how well they do in the U.S. Open Series. Please log into usopenseries.com. You can follow the whole program. We should mention, if you can follow us for the next, 5 weekends of coverage of U.S. Open Series.
The championship Sunday is coming up. Court coverage by the big fella. Agassi plays to drop, and Muller gets up to it with the redrop. He's showing some really nice hands in that midcourt area. 1-2 punch there, right back to work. Spank that return. Agassi under pressure now.
Eyes wide open, everybody. 30 all for 5.
Cranking up that big forehand now. Agassi on the defense. No question about that winner. Set point.
He actually had it in his sights. He's sort of shortened the swing a little bit there. He's making a much more compact swing at it. He's still hitting it hard because he's got a lot of wrist snap. Muller.
Good return there. Ready for the reply from Agassi.
I think he's taking a lot more risk now because I think he's really tired. The big man's going to the towel a lot, and he's really trying to buy some time. And I think Andre sees that, so Andre's going to try to rush him a little bit. But big man is tired. Look for him, like, beware of wounded bear. That's going to go big.
That's dangerous, though, Brad, for Andre to start rushing. Excellent slice defense there from Agassi. Kept that ball skidding along this hard court.
I think now that Muller's hitting the forehand a lot better, look for Andre to go straight to the forehand to try to open up the court to get to his backhand.
Game point Agassi.
Body serve there surprised him.
There will be leading a side relief. 5 apiece in the second set.
I feel the break right now.
Put this thing in perspective. Muller has had 2 break points in this match, both of them in this set. On the other hand, Agassi has had 7 break points in the match. He's only broken once. age separate these two. Muller at 22, Agassi 35, and he says, I'm not going for that one.
Well, he was completely surprised by it. He was moving backwards quickly after the return. Muller caught him moving the opposite direction. Smart shot. Second. Wow. 112. Right up the middle. Ace number 10. I wouldn't want to be facing Muller when he's fatigued if he can come up with these shots, because he's just cranking the forehand. That's his 14th forehand winner. 11 of them have come in this set. Agassi was on the offensive. That's a desperate shot there. That is a sign maybe that he's feeling the fatigue. I don't think so much of this match, but of last night, the whole week. Of course, Andre makes you work as hard as anyone in the rallies. Here from Muller to consolidate this service game. Maybe love the 40-30.
Watching live coverage of the Mercedes-Benz Cup. It's the men's singles championship match, everybody. And Agassi taking on Gilles Muller of Luxembourg. Agassi won the first set. There's only been one break of serve in the match. In the second, and Brian on serve. There have been a few chances to break. Both of them have had chances in the second. No conversions. Now deuce at 5-5. Second set. Agassi going for his fourth Mercedes-Benz Cup title.
Andre looked to jump. He's staying in on this second serve, looking to make Muller move quickly. Pressure. First double fault of the match. Gilles Muller, and Agassi can smell it now. 40 love. Break point.
That's right. There's the break. 5 straight points for Andre Agassi. Some frustration, obviously, in the game and attitude of Gilles Muller of Luxembourg. If he swings that one, Agassi will serve for the match when we come back. Cup today, American Express has donated over $43,000 to USDA Twins and Education Foundation, which is an initiative helping to promote healthy, active lifestyles by providing disadvantaged, at-risk children with the opportunity to learn and play tennis and improve their academic skills. It's the Summer of Aces, $50 for every ace. And that's throughout the Summer Series and the U.S. Open Series and the U.S. Open. Love 15.
2 points from the title.
Agassi serves a huge one into the forehand side, the more deadly side of this man from Luxembourg. Agassi on the brink of title number 4 here in Los Angeles. Clipped the line, as you said, perfect, and he's got another match point. So Agassi has leveled the score with Gilles Muller. Now one apiece after Muller beating the year ago Washington, D.C. tournament. And he's won this championship now, as we've been saying, 4 times in a row. And far more importantly than all of those observations, Patrick, is the fact that Agassi came in here with a big question mark about his sciatic nerve and his health, but he looks to be moving just fine as he recognizes the guys who have got him here.
Well, his coach Darren Cahill, his brother there, Phil Agassi, and his killer talking to him. And I'll tell you, isn't it something? When the last time we saw Agassi was limping off the court in Paris, so many questions about his health. And here he is now winning his 60th title of his career, and a perfect place for him to do it here in Southern Cal, where he's had so much success.
Wife Steffi appreciates another win, as you said, the 60th. Well done, Andre. You come back, you'll talk to Andre about his win today.
This August, a showdown will begin in Washington. Rivalries will resurface. Foes will be eliminated. And only the best will be remembered.
Gilles Muller, take it away, Brett.
First of all, congratulations.
Thanks.
4-time champion here. I thought for me, it was your serve and movement that did the damage today.
No question about it. You know, I mean, he has an unbelievable ability to hit sort of one good shot, maybe two. And if you can fight that off, you know, then he gets, at the end of the day, he's playing low percentage. And that's what I did better this time than last time I played him. I was defending better, serving a little bit better. And, you know, he upped his game and started playing more aggressive. But I felt like even so, I was still pretty comfortable.
You came here a little unsure about the body.
Yeah.
You leave here the champion. What kind of confidence does that give you the rest of the summer?
Well, it's pretty exciting for me. I mean, these moments don't come by too often. And it seems like they're getting less and less as I get older, but man, it just feels amazing to be out here, to be healthy, to be eager, to be playing this sport, you know, at a time in my life when I can enjoy it. So not just for what this means to me personally, but it's a great platform for the summer, and I'm just...
You're a young 35. Forget about this old 35, man. Forget about the 35s. You're in the present, buddy.
Yeah, I'm still moving all right, and that's
You moved great today.
Thanks, BG.
Did you sense at the end of the match he was getting tired?
Well, I knew that he was getting more risky. You know, he's playing more dangerous. He started going for bigger second serves. He started going for first ball winners, you know, up the line. And you know, sometimes that's a guy feeling an urgency that, you know, they can't let me control. And in this case, I sort of sensed that maybe he was starting to, you know, want to cut the point short. But I knew there was a lot of tennis left if he was going to win that match, and I just tried to stay one point at a time.
Speaking of bigger, first match point, 127 on the radar. Your biggest serve of the week.
Yeah, how about last 8 weeks of training, man? Maybe I got a little stronger.
So Gil Reyes and Darren Cahill will be stuck with you the last few weeks.
No, it's been a tough few weeks in many respects, but a great one in others, because we've put aside a lot of questions. We've gotten back to what makes me tick out here, and just to see the hard payoff feels great.
Congratulations, 4-time champion of LA, buddy.
Thanks, BG.
Boy, that is the truth. That's really an interesting interview, and well done as Andre Agassi wins his 4th year in LA, and this is his first ever US Open Series, and he's a winner of that. We'll take a break now, and we'll come back with the presentation after this. 475 over Gilles Muller, and he has now won his 4th Mercedes-Benz Cup, and he's won his 60th title on the ATP Tour. Let's take a look at the standings here, Patrick.
Well, Gineppri's still in front after winning in Indianapolis at the RCA. Agassi vaults to 2nd place. Taylor Dent, who wasn't able to play here. Gilles Muller goes up to number 4. Beck Ruzetsky. And players in the U.S. Open Series will move on to the Legg Mason Classic in the ATP in Washington, D.C. We'll have the coverage of that all next weekend as this U.S. Open Series now starts to click into high gear.
Washington, D.C. is where we go to next week, Patrick, and then we go to the 2 Masters Series events, one in Canada and one in Cincinnati. And we should invite you to join us, WTA Tour Acura Classic, this Friday, live here on ESPN2 at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. That's 8 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. That's the Acura Classic, live on ESPN2. Now let's go down for the presentation to Ted Sobel.
Andre Agassi not only tied the all-time record for the 4th win here in Los Angeles, it is his 60th on the ATP, 7th all-time. Only 2 behind Borg and Vilas. And we'll let our champions rest up for a few moments. I'd like to introduce our distinguished guest today. On the end, our tournament chairman, the USTA president, Mr. Frank Johnson. Operations manager, Mercedes-Benz USA, Mr. Niles Barlow. Countrywide managing director of marketing, Andy Balansky. President of the USTA Southern California section, Mr. Bill Rombo. Our own UCLA Chancellor, Mr. Albert Carnesel. Our special tournament honoree, Mr. Barry McKay. Our great tournament director, Mr. Bob Kramer. And the one who makes it all work, the assistant tournament director, Kim Stitham. And of course, our interviewees upstairs and downstairs, Patrick McEnroe and Brad Gilbert of ESPN. Now, if Mr. Kramer could come out and say a few words, please.
Thank you, Ted. I just want to say thank you to a great gentleman and a wonderful young man with a huge left-handed serve, Mr. Gilles Muller. Thank you very much. We spoke earlier, and Gilles is definitely welcome and invited back to the Mercedes-Benz Cup next year. Andre, I don't know what we can say here, but this is sort of an early and sort of an interesting birthday present for the 2nd most famous tennis player born in Las Vegas. You passed Jack Kramer. Now you've got 4, he's got 3. But he's still going to celebrate his 84th birthday tomorrow. And let's hear it for a 7-time champion overall, Jack Kramer, sitting in the south seats. One more thank you before we move along here. I just want to say that Andre, our sign maker, says thank you once again. We're not going to have to be adding any more names, so you're staying on the board. Just a new date for next year. And by the way, Andre is invited back next year as well for a 5th title. On behalf of the Southern California Tennis Association and UCLA, I want to thank all you fans. It's been an amazing week, the 3rd highest attendance in the history of this tournament, and this is year 79. Thank you. Thank you for your support this year. And to a great team of volunteers and staff members, the university's part, Chancellor Carnesdale, thank you. Bill Rombo, thank you. And Henry Talbert and all the team. And again, to Kim Stitham and Julie and everyone for doing such a marvelous job of making this event special. And now, finally, Andre, the Mercedes-Benz Cup is proud to be a part of the 2005 U.S. Open Series. We congratulate you on this victory here, your fourth. Andre, you now move into second place in the U.S. Open Series Bonus Challenge, with the potential for the winner of the U.S. Open Series to compete up to $2.2 million at the U.S. Open in New York later this summer. Congratulations and best of success during the rest of the U.S. Open Series. Ted, we'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now we'd like to have our USTA President, Mr. Frank Johnson, and the all-important awards presentation.
Thank you very much. Let me add my congratulations to the two finalists. Gilles, I don't know if you remember, I presented you with the trophy when you won the U.S. Open Juniors, and I could see that we had a future ATP Tour star in the making, and I know you have a wonderful career ahead of you. And congratulations to you, Andre. It's such a treat for our fans to see one of the greatest players of all time come out to our courts and play. Congratulations, Andre. And now to present the check and trophy to our runner-up, let me introduce Andy Belansky of Countrywide. Andy?
Thank you. On behalf of Countrywide Financial, Gilles, here's a check for you. Thank you for a great week of tennis.
Well, first of all, I have to congratulate Andre for his win. I mean, it's always a pleasure to play you, even if this time I lost. It was a really big pleasure. And then I want to say thanks to all the volunteers and all the people who helped to organize this tournament. I had a really nice week here, and I definitely will be back next year.
And now I'd like to introduce Niles Barlow of Mercedes-Benz to present the winner's check.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Mercedes-Benz USA and the Southern California dealers, Andre Agassi, I have a check for you. Come on up.
Anything further, Andre, you'd like to say to the crowd?
No. Thank you for that. First, say, don't give me an empty envelope, please. You want to bet? I'll bet you right now it's empty. First thing I'd like to do is just congratulate Gilles on just a great tournament and a tremendous match today. Certainly, well done. I know you have a lot more in store for you as far as moments and finals like this, so good luck to you as well. But I'd also like to just take a moment and just thank two people that have sort of I'll probably end up thinking more than that, but the first two that have stood by me over these last few weeks, where I had a lot more in question about than just sort of how I felt at the moment. You know, at this stage, you never know when if you're going to be able to come back out here. And during that time, my trainer Gilles and my coach Darren, who were with me every single day as I put in work and tried to prepare myself and training, 2 hours a day for about 7 weeks straight on, just to try to come out here and be able to enjoy these moments, win or lose. And it's been a difficult time, but it's a time I'll never forget, because when we had a lot of questions, we've stood up, faced them like we always have, and for this hard work to pay off is really a testament to those two guys who made that possible. So thanks, Gil and Darren. But the reason why we do all that is not to come out here and just hit a tennis ball. It's to come out here and lay your heart on the line, and in doing so you come to appreciate certain things more than others. And the thing that I appreciate most through all these years and all these experiences is really what makes this game tick and what makes this game such a great sport, and that is all of you. And I just want to thank you for your years of not just support, in some cases your years of sympathy for me as well. But I'd like just to thank you for just loving this game and for coming out here year after year, because that's why we do it. We couldn't do it if it wasn't for you, so thank you for that. I also get a watch.
Andre, that's a Raymond Weil watch.
That's what you call an eBay watch. No.
Ooh.
If I did sell it, it would only go to my foundation, I promise. But, no, thank you for that. That looks beautiful. Really. I also thank you to Bob and to his wonderful dad Jack. Happy birthday, early birthday to you as well. But this tournament is a labor of love from them for so many years, and it's just every year the players enjoy it so much. The experience is great. Fans always show up here and just give great support, and that's a tribute to how much you've added to the game, and I just want to thank you for that. And I do hope to come back next year, God willing, so thank you for everything.
Enjoy these moments. Lays hard out there on the line. He's done a terrific job.
Hold that trophy
and he
up,
is the
Andre.
champion in straight sets.